Hello everyone, it's me, Laurel. If you're new to my channel, you're going to find out I really like making resin jewelry. A lot of earrings, some pendants, sometimes rings. So what I was going to do today is great for beginners. And I'm going to use metallic mica powders. Now, there is a video where I made a pair of earrings that had the swirl colors, and I'm going to do that again, but instead of using like all three, I'll use two of the colors or one of the colors, but I'm going to make various earrings using this mold that I got from Temu. Now, I have my BEADNOVA 6mm jump rings. I have my fishhook earrings, my mixing bowls. I have to get a mixing utensil, which I forgot. And of course, my KISREL UV resin, which I love. Since I've been using that, none of my pieces turned yellow. They've been out in the sun and they have not turned yellow. I don't know if it's just a fluke, because I know sometimes they do turn yellow, even if they say that they're non-yellowing, they still will turn yellow, but so far I found out that this does not. So I got my mixing tool and let's get started. Okay, so we'll just set some of this stuff aside. We're going to need this, of course, and since this mold only has one item and it's not done in pairs, I'm going to have to make two of each of whatever I'm doing. So I'll just mix up my colors. And I'm just filling them like halfway. These are small bowls, so I'm just filling them halfway. Now I will need a baby wipe because I use these to clean off my tools in between mixings, and that helps keep any of the color off your hands. So if you just wipe it off, it just keeps the color off your hands, and it also helps so you don't contaminate the next color with the color you just used. And you only need a little bit. Now I have silver, gold, and copper. Now I'm just going to set these aside for now so I can mix these up. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to mix it. And then I'm going to need my baby wipe. Well, this one could have used a little bit more color. So I'm just going to get a little bit more silver to put in there. Now it'll take a little time to mix it all up. Make sure you mix it thoroughly so you get all that powder incorporated into your resin. Okay. And then I'm going to mix these up and I'll be right back. Okay, so everything's mixed up. Next I'm going to need my heat gun, so excuse the noise. We just have to make sure there's no bubbles. Okay, and then now we can begin to pour. So choose whichever ones you like and just start pouring into them. Be careful though so you don't over pour. Okay, so I'm adding 2 more colors, which are already mixed up off the camera. I got black and I've got bronze. So I think that should make a really good combination for these earrings. So this one, I'm going to do some black. And I'm going to let that flow down. And then some silver. Might need a little more black in here. I think that'll be really pretty. Okay, so now just making sure I don't have any bubbles in here. I'm just going to go over every one of them with my lighter. Even though I took the bubbles out with the hot air gun, I just want to make sure there's no more bubbles. And then I'm going to cure these for 3 minutes and then turn it over and cure the other side for 3 minutes. Okay, so now that they're cured, I can remove them from the mold. It turned out really pretty. And then you can also see like how the different colors run into each other. Well, these came out pretty cool. The half and half. Look at that. This one looks nice. And just a touch of silver there. That looks really nice. This is the gold and silver, or yeah, that's the gold, I believe. Yeah, gold and silver. The copper is so similar. And here's the black and the silver, and I think those turned out really pretty. So next, I'm just going to do the second earring off camera. So I'll get those done, and then when I come back, I'll show you how to put them together. All right, so here are all the earrings that I have created. You saw me do them at least one time, and then the second time I did off camera. Now, when you decide how you want to put them together, look at them first. I'm using the smooth side, which was the bottom side of the mold. The other side has more of a textured look. Now, you can use that for the front of your earring, but I'm going to use the flat side. So, and you'll also notice that they don't look exactly alike. There's some variations in the color. There's you know, some parts that are more metallic than the others. So we'll just start getting these together, and I'm just using 6mm jump rings, which you turn to the side, place it on your earring. Oops, not supposed to drop it. Place it on your piece there, and then make sure that when you put your fishhook earring, it's facing toward the back. And then you just continue on. Make sure those two ends meet so you don't lose your fishhook earring. And then we'll just continue on and do all of these. And here are all the earrings. They're all finished. Look how pretty they are. Now this one does show a lot more metallic, but let's see. Okay, I had it upside down. So if you look at them, actually it does. Now this is the more textured looking side. And again, I chose the flatter side, the bottom side of the mold. I think it's just as pretty, but sometimes you look at the back side and it's like, you know, should you make the earrings face that way? Because it does show a little bit more interesting textures in it. But that being said, if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press that bell for notifications of upcoming videos. In the description box below, you will find a link to my Etsy shop, which is Creations by Laurel, and you'll also find links to my jewelry, my artwork, and my photography. Thank you again for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.